Clay has a brother that you ran into in New York?
Yeah, and then again last night. Dr. Clay didn't even know he had a nephew until a couple of days ago, and he didn't seem to care until he showed up here demanding to see Rafe.
Was he hostile or threatening?
No, he was more like smug and arrogant. And I tried to get him to leave, and as he was leaving, Rafe walked in.
Yeah, how did that go?
Not very good. Rafe basically freaked out, and I don't blame him, Mom. Dr. Clay is the spitting image of his psycho brother. Finally got Dr. Better Than Anybody Else Clay to leave. I opened the door, and Rafe is standing there.
How did he react?
Well, Mom, he was freaked out. He thought Stephen was back. He said something about him being immortal, and I barely got to explain before Silas started putting out his hand for Rafe to shake his hand, and then obviously Rafe freaked out and he ran upstairs.
Oh, boy. Can we hope that maybe this is the last we see of Uncle Silas?
Well, Dr. Clay said that he wasn't going to give up. And I have a bad feeling he's going to try and see Rafe again.
Well, too bad. I don't want to see him.
An appointment with your counselor, you're going to be late. Are you ready?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead. We don't want to be late.
I will take Rafe. You focus on Danny.
Thank you, Mom.
You just told Rafe that everything was going to be okay. You need to believe that, or he won't.
I know. I'm just afraid that Silas is going to make a liar out of me.
Lady, I'm not playing games.
Why are you suddenly trying to take Rafe away from me?
You know, I started to think about what you said to me about Rafe being my nephew. And then I remembered how you spoke about Stephen. You called him a monster.
He was.
Which implies that my nephew is somehow tainted.
No, I never
No,
said that.
for better or worse, you
that.
and everybody else will always see him as the son of a madman. But to me, he's family.
But he was the...
Dr. Clay?
Yes, hi. Hi, Rafe.
I see the family resemblance.
Sam, what is he doing here, and what is that?
Rafe, Dr. Clay...
I'm gonna be your legal guardian.
No way, this cannot be happening.
Don't worry, we're gonna fix this. Do you even have a shred of sensitivity? What is wrong with you?
I was answering the kid's question. What would you have told him?
Not that.
So you wouldn't have told him the truth?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Sam, this isn't possible, is it?
We're not gonna let him take you. Don't worry.
And can he even do this, Miss Davis? Just take me away from Sam like this? Great. That's my answer.
Rafe, I don't care if it's legally possible for Silas to be your guardian. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna fight this. Right, Mom?
Absolutely.
Kids at the group home always talked about how relatives had more rights than other people.
There's a reason for that. I know I may seem strange to you now, but perhaps Miss Morgan seemed strange when you first met her.
No, she didn't.
You know, it took my brother's death for me to realize how important family is. Whether you like it or not, you and I are blood, Rafe. There's no one else who can understand you the way I do. No one else who won't judge you for what your father did or refuse to see the gifts that he gave you.
Gifts? He was a psycho.
Don't let anyone make you feel ashamed of who you are. Before he got sick, your father was a brilliant man. But he couldn't accept the death of the person he loved more than anything, more than his own life. That's tragic. That does not make him evil.
No, but killing my mother does.
Go on, go after him. I'll deal with Dr. Clay. You say you want to help Rafe. You know the best way that you could help him. You leave town and don't come back. Just tell her I'll deal with it when I get back to the office. Thanks. I thought you left.
Not without my nephew.
You listen to me. I am not only Sam's mother, I am her attorney, and you will regret it if you try to take that kid away from my daughter.
Sorry, we're running late. Tanny was being Little fussy.
Hey, Danny, the world's most stoic baby. I don't think I've ever seen him fuss.
Yeah, it was a new experience for all of us.
Yeah, but you are doing just fine. Aren't you, little guy?
Listen, will you and Ray take Danny over there and watch him while I talk to your sister?
Giving me quality time with my nephew and his foster brother? Are you kidding? Let's take him for a ride.
Okay, so what's the plan?
We'll talk about that later. Is it true? Franco's alive?
I am afraid so. Use Jason's picture to lure everybody to the Haunted Star. What better place to view the new installment of his latest video?
What video?
Video of our honeymoon. The footage that he made Jason believe that...
Oh, my God. Did you watch that video?
Mom, Franco didn't rape me. It was a setup. He made Jason think that so he would go through the worst case scenario, but he didn't, Mom. I watched the video. He laid me down on the bed and he left me there. So all those months I tortured myself thinking that he was Danny's father. It was all for nothing.
This is really twisted. Was there like a little bit of relief?
Yes, of course. Yes, a little bit, Mom, but I still feel violated.
Don,
I thought Franco was dead. Why didn't he just stay dead? And why didn't he come back here? He could have gone anywhere to torture people, so he comes back here and all he does is land himself in jail.
Yeah, he said it was for redemption.
Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Good luck with that. We gotta go inside. Come on, guys.
Hi, Sam. Sorry it's come to this.
Then stop.
Rafe should be with his family.
I am his family. I provide Rafe with a supportive, secure home. You, on the other hand, are a stranger who looks exactly like the psychopath who killed his mother while making him watch.
I can't help that.
Yes, you can. Go away.
Don't worry. This will all be over soon enough.
Hope you have a good lawyer.
He has the best.
Diane?
Hi, honey. Sam, I am so sorry. I just heard. Is it true that Franco is alive and in lockup?
Forget Franco. Are you seriously representing this jerk?
This jerk happens to be a well-respected doctor.
I don't care if he's cured cancer. He's trying to take Rafe away from the only supportive home he's ever had.
My client is trying to provide a family for Rafe.
Really? Why does it have to be you who represents him?
I am only thinking of the best interests of the minor. A minor, I might add, that you got me involved with.
You're not going to get away with this.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Leland Cole presiding.
This is bad.
Be seated.
Your Honor, Dr. Clay is Rafe Kovich Jr.'s only living blood relative. He has ample means to provide a stable and enriching home for the boy in Manhattan. Samantha Morgan, on the other hand, is a temporary foster parent. It's all very cut and dried, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Miss Morgan is Rafe's foster parent because Rafe requested that. He is not only close with Sam, he has a relationship with her family. He has absolutely no relationship with Dr. Clay, nor does he want one. Rafe is exactly where he wants to be, and I hope the court takes that into consideration when you make this decision.
Rafe, how do you feel about your uncle's petition for guardianship?
My mother used to live here in Port Charles. But before I was born, she had to go on the run to get away from my biological father. His brother, Stephen Clay, looked me in the eye and smiled while he killed my mom in front of me. Since my mom died, her friends have protected and supported me, along with other people that I've met since I got here. This is the first place that I've been that feels like permanent and safe. It feels like home. So please let me stay with Sam.
Any response, Ms. Miller?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. While young Mr. Kovich's story is certainly extremely moving, It ignores some simple facts. Dr. Clay is not his brother. He is a healer, not a killer. The fact that he so closely resembles his late brother should not be held against him.
I'll bear that in mind. Anything else?
Yes, one very simple fact that I intend to prove today.
Which is?
Samantha Morgan is an unfit mother.
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is making outrageous and prejudicial claims. My daughter, Miss Morgan, is hardly an unfit mother.
Let Miss Miller make her case, then you can object.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is a matter of public record that she is the widow of a career criminal, a man who was tried twice for murder, who was arrested.
Objection, again, whatever allegation she's leveling at Miss Morgan's late husband, he was never convicted in a court of law. He served time because he pled no contest for a Class D felony that does not prove that he's a career criminal.
Your Honor, I wasn't finished.
Miss Davis, your objection is overruled for now. Miss Miller, wrap it up.
Certainly. Under her maiden name, McCall, and numerous other aliases, Miss Morgan herself has a rap sheet that's a mile long.
Miss Miller, do you have documentation substantiating these allegations?
I wouldn't waste the court's time otherwise. Your Honor, here are the arrest records for both Jason Morgan and Samantha McCall Morgan.
Objection, Your Honor. Jason Morgan is dead. Any crimes that he allegedly committed are immaterial to this case.
All right. Then Miss Morgan's record should and would be sufficient. Your Honor, may we wrap this up so that Rafe may be on his way home with Dr. Clay as soon as possible?
I'm sure nothing would please you more, Miss Miller. But first, I'd like to hear what Miss Morgan has to say for herself.
Like Rafe, I grew up without roots. I did a lot of crazy things, but I left those years behind me, and I've spent the past 10 years trying to make a stable life for myself here in Port Charles.
And your husband's associations?
Well, the only threat to me and my family related to my late husband would be his twin brother, Robert Franco Frank, who was not a business associate.
Miss Morgan, about your husband's business.
Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Morgan had nothing to do with her husband's business. And by the way, according to his tax returns, he was a coffee importer.
Well, you can't exactly put enforcer and hitman on a 1040. Withdrawn.
Okay, I've heard about as much as I can stand. You may step down, Miss Morgan. I'm going to go over all of the testimony and evidence, and this hearing will reconvene tomorrow morning.
All rise.
What the hell was that?
That was me doing my job.
Trashing me is one thing. But Jason was your friend, not to mention a client. How could you betray him like this?
Because I told her to.
Wait,
Tell me, your late husband's alleged line of work. How did he walk on all those charges? I asked Diane, but she wouldn't tell me.
So you do know how to honor attorney-client privilege.
And when you were researching my late husband, that's how you found Diane?
I figured a custody case would be a walk in the park for a mob lawyer.
Alleged mob lawyer.
Excuse me, I stand corrected.
Oh, that's interesting coming from somebody who didn't care about Rafe just a few weeks ago.
Okay. I can see that you are upset. So I am going to do us both the favor of letting you calm down before we discuss this further.
If you'll excuse me.
Well, where do you think you're going?
Back to my hotel to take a bubble bath if you let go of my arm.
No, you're not. We are going to have this out right here, right now.
Look, as your lawyer, I'm going to suggest this is not the time or place.
No, actually, Mom, I think it is a good time, and it's the perfect place if you would take Rafe home for me. And by home, I mean my place where he lives. That'd be great.
Okay. All right, just be careful you don't say anything that Diane can use against you.
I'll be fine.
All right. Let's go, kids.
What do you think you're doing?
Examining your son.
Excuse me?
There's something wrong with him.